Welcome back. Today I'm just going to do a quick follow on from double adapter dangers and share with you a couple of tips on choosing the right power board for your workplace or even your home. Now this morning I went down to the local hardware store, trotted down to the electrical section, and there before me was the great wall of power boards. There are over 45 different boards on display. They range from $3 through to over $150. Now, which one's right for you? Well, let's have a look at a couple of them, and that just might help you make the right decision. At the low end, we're looking for only at around about $3, maybe $4, $5, possibly $6, depending on where you shop, is the very basic 4-outlet power board. Doesn't have any particular fancy features. It's got the overload protection button on that, and remember, all power boards sold in Australia must have an overload protection device. Very good, very reliable. The only problem is, as soon as this is plugged in, all the outlets are potentially live. So if something drops in there, it could cause a problem. So what's the solution? We can look at a power board like this one. This is a 6-outlet, obviously 6 outlets we can see, but it's also got some switches along the top. So any unused outlets, you can actually turn the power off, or you can even use it as an extra switch to turn appliances on or off. Well worth investing in if you expect to have some unused outlets. You'll also notice down at this end we've got some extra wide spacing. That's for adapters. These days we seem to have a lot of adapters, and many of them are quite wide, and they can intrude over the other outlets, which means that you can't use them. So you might have a 4-outlet power board, and you might only be able to put one or two adapters, probably 2 adapters, possibly a third one. So by spacing them wider, most adapters we can plug them all in and make full use of it. So that's a 6-outlet one. And the switches, that's the main feature I wanted to show you on that. Another variation to that is the Childproof power board. And if you've got young kids around, well worth having a look at these. They've got a rotating cap on the front. It confuses some adults too, not just the kids. All you do is you get your plug, put it in, rotate it, and push it in, and that's it. The other ones are protected. So whilst they're not switched, it also prevents anything from falling into them and creating a potential risk there. What you might also see there is a little blue label. In this case, it's referring to an overload, not an overload, sorry, a voltage surge protector. Now this is something that's really important, I think, if you've got IT equipment or expensive equipment such as your TVs, even fridges, if you plug your fridge into a power board. Where a surge occurs, a voltage surge of more than 275 volts, the little MOV, metal oxide varistor, it's like a little switch in there, and it just diverts it. Instead of the voltage going all the way through to the appliances that are connected and potentially damaging them, it just diverts it straight back out through the neutral or through the earth. They don't have an unlimited lifetime. The number of surges, the intensity of them, can wear them out. I recommend if you've got computers, if you're plugging computers into a power board, you should be using these, or if you've got other expensive equipment, TVs or fridges or other items like that, well worth investing in the surge protector. Another one which if you're a tradie, I'm sure you'll be familiar with, and that's the little tradies power board, which they call it sometimes. Some of them have got little cowls that come over to make them weatherproof. 4 outlets on them. It's got the switches at the back. It's got the mandatory overload protection, but at the front there, we'll see, and I don't know if you can see that, it's got an RCD or a safety switch. Essential. In fact, if you're going onto a building or construction site, they won't let you on unless your power board has got an RCD. Quite a good feature. It'll probably add, unfortunately, about $30 or $40 to your power board, but it could save your life. So there's a couple of things. You've got your standard power board. All power boards must have that overload protection device. Switches on each outlet is well worth considering. You've got the surge protector, voltage surge protector, highly recommended with sensitive equipment, especially computers and other things, TVs, fridges, etc. And if you're going outside, use one that is specifically designed for outside and has a weather rating, and also consider the RCD or the safety switch. I hope that helps. If you've got any questions, shoot me an email or give me a call. Until next time, take care, keep safe.